My name is Jacqueline Taylor. I am the owner slash founder of Little Dreamers Early Learning Center. I started as a home provider not far away from our current location, and I was able to build this daycare center to the thriving center that it is with the help of my team, of course, but we started right here in the community. My philosophy and mission of the business is really to provide a safe space. I believe that all children deserve access to high quality early child education, and so we just see ourselves as pillars and at the forefront of the child care crisis that our community is currently having.
My name is Maria Robertson. I am the program director at Little Dreamers Early Learning Center. As the program director, I am essentially the liaison between all the stakeholders, the children, the parents, the staff, the state, making sure that Jacqueline, our owner, is happy and her vision is being fulfilled, and just anything that is needed, I am here to make sure it happens.
My name is Julian Angel Ramirez. I am a assistant teacher here at Little Dreamers. Everybody's doing something to make everybody stronger and make it easier for people. Obviously we had a dad help fix the doors and all these other things. It's just amazing that so many people are willing to help. And I know it's because they're so thankful that we're looking after their kids for them. And I love that.
My name's Heriberto Mora, and my kid Benicio goes to Little Dreamers. We chose Little Dreamers because we looked around in the neighborhood. We found people that shared our views here, and they're very great and nice people that work here, and they're like family. When I drop my son off, he runs to the teachers and he hugs them, and I don't have to worry because he gets along. He's in a great place.
My main concern is that our care is high quality, and so I'm always doing quality control. I'm always ensuring that our teachers have the support that they need through professional development. I love collaborating with other professionals in the community so that they can share insight as to better ways that we can assist children in child development.
My name is Zakaria Richardson, and I am a parent of a preschooler here at Little Dreamers. And I just wanted to find somewhere that he could fit, that had good energy, good spirits, and where they actually cared about the children. Little Dreamers loves to see their children grow, and not only their children, their parents as well. When I would come in, I would have my days where it was long days. They were always ensure to ask me how I was doing, how my day went, and to check and see if there was anything that they can do to help me with things that wasn't included with Little Dreamers. So they have a great sense of trying to make sure that the parents, and not only the parents, the children are doing as good as they can here. Because again, when I moved here, I didn't know anyone, no family, no friends, and they became my family.
My hope is that, we can create a community where, parents are safe dropping their kiddos off at daycare, providers are not feeling burned out and overwhelmed, they have the tools that they need to do this wonderful work that we love. You never know what the day is gonna bring you, but I actually love that. I love the hustle and bustle of the day. I love helping out in the variety of classrooms that we have, and I think my most favorite part of the day is when we are actually making lunch for our littles. I really enjoy feeding them healthy meals.
Little Dreamers actually started right in Jacqueline's living room. Back in the day, we used to have a garden in the backyard, and the children would pick fresh blueberries and bell peppers and just whatever she was able to grow with them. She found a way to incorporate that into the meal and involve them in the process. The same detail that went into providing care in her home, that is the same heart and passion that we have carried over even now into our center. So since then, we took a big risk in the middle of the pandemic. 2021, we moved into our now center. That risk paid off. No matter how big we get, no matter how much we grow, we never want a family to feel like a number. We never want to lose out on that opportunity to understand every individual need. And because of that heart and that determination, that is why we have the community that we have, and I believe the growth that we have as well.
CATA has been essential in the growth of the business. I have different staff members, family members that utilize CATA. They are dropping their kiddos off at daycare, and they're going to school or going to, their place of employment. And so without CATA, we wouldn't have been able to grow to this vibrant center that we are. What I see CATA embodying is they have a value of making sure that we get to our destination and doing that in a manner that is safe and convenient. And I believe that we share a similarity in that because our goal as educators is to get our children where they need to be developmentally, and we want to do that in an environment that is also safe and convenient as we can for our parents. And so I definitely can see, the contrast between the two.
I start my day by dropping my son Benicio off at Little Dreamers, and then I'm off to my job at CATA. CATA impacts my life because a lot of people don't have a way to get around. Just the other day, a lady thanked me because without me getting up for work, she wouldn't have a way to live her life. I think that's one of the best parts of working there, is that you have the opportunity to bring people together.
I moved here from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the one thing that I really, really love about the CATA bus is they have that spot for mothers with strollers. When I first moved here, I didn't have a vehicle. So I was coming here, rain, sleet, and snow, pushing a stroller and walking with my oldest child to make sure that they made it here and that I could make it to school. Parents that don't have vehicles, not just parents, people who don't have vehicles, they can get to work. They can get to doctor's appointments. They're able to commute. Sometimes you just need a break, and getting on a bus, you could take a ride on a bus all the way down to the bus station and back to where you go, and it'd be like a break for you, a mental break, and I've had to do that before. Again, they play a big role in the community, being willing to transport and help individuals get to and from their destinations.
When you meet individuals that maybe are employed here that use CATA, or some of our parents who work for CATA, you meet people that have that same heart, that same drive and determination. And when I think of CATA, I see a lot of parallels. Families being able to provide for themselves, being able to get from point A to point B, just simply knowing that if in Michigan and the weather that we live in, that there's a safe way to do what they need to do. And the same for us. We may not always get to see the fruit of all the seeds that we sow, but knowing that we get to be a part of laying that foundation and having that impact, just like CATA does for our community, there's nothing else like it.
So I ride CATA to work. I take the number 3 downtown, and I wait about 10 minutes for the 11 to come around. And then I hop on the 11, and I make my way over here to Little Dreamers, because the 11 stop is like across the street from Little Dreamers. So I'll be relaxing on the bus, listening to music, looking outside the window. Just CATA being in my life is just amazing. Like, being able to travel everywhere thanks to them is all I can say.
I really do appreciate what CATA does, because if it wasn't for CATA, I would not be able to commute to where I need to, making it to appointments, dropping my children off at childcare so that I can better myself for them. Again, if my kids aren't okay, I'm not okay. If I'm not okay, they're not okay. And CATA has ensured, as well as Little Dreamers, that I'm able to become a better version of myself.